Hey everyone, welcome back to Homegrown Passion. Well, you never know what the weather's going to be like in Ohio. Last week we had some snow showers and freezing rain. This week it's 80-some degrees and bright sunshine. So I'm out in the high tunnel looking at my strawberry plants, and I think it's time to harvest, so stay tuned. I am so excited to be doing my first harvest of the season, and it's still April. I've never harvested strawberries this early. Last year at this time, I just got my plants in maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was still picking off the flowers, waiting for the 5 leaves to come up before I could let them go into fruit. So this is so exciting. And look at these strawberries. Wow. Feels so good in here tonight. There's a nice breeze coming through. Not only is it cooling me off, it's pollinating my strawberries. Springtime, nice warm days, but I'm still getting the cool nights, and that's producing more sugars in my strawberries, so I'm getting lots and lots of sweet ones. Springtime usually goes into summer, but luckily for us in Ohio, we still get the cool nights in the spring. And what the cool nights mean are sweet strawberries, just like in the fall. It's amazing how the sugars come out when you get those cool evenings. It brings the bricks out, and it just makes an amazing strawberry. I came out here anticipating I'd get maybe a quart or two of strawberries, but now that I look around, I think it's going to be way more than that. So let me get at it and start harvesting. As I harvest, I also like to do a little maintenance, get all these runners off, take energy from the plant, and keep them from putting it into the strawberries. For those of you that are new to my channel, the cultivar is Albion. These are 2-year-old plants. I've had them put in the buckets last year as bare root. Overwintered them, about 95% of them survived, which I was really happy about. But there's a few holes here and there, so I went ahead and placed another order for some additional bare root to transplant into the Beto buckets so I could have a nice full crop, because I like to have 3 or 4 strawberry plants in each one of the buckets. I'm going to keep harvesting. I'm anxious to see how many pounds I'm going to get out of all my rows here. So when I get done, I'll take you over to the head house and we'll see what my bucket looks like. Couldn't wait. I got to try one of these. Oh my gosh. Super sweet. Leave them on the vine long enough and they're red all the way through. Oh, amazing. You probably noticed I didn't wash this. I just picked it and started eating it. Strawberries are notorious to be the dirtiest fruit, but not grown in the field. Here in the high tunnel, everything is nice and clean. I don't have to use any sprays, and you can just pick them off the vine and eat them right away. So if you're looking for good, healthy strawberries, find a hydroponic grower or grow them yourself. 45 minutes later, I came in with 22 pounds of strawberries. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think my first harvest would net me that much fruit. And look at the berries. These guys are just beautiful. Can't wait to get these packaged up. Now all of these are going to go to my CSA program, and for that I use the plastic containers. I know it's a little bit more plastic, but it's just so much easier for the transport and to put in the boxes because you don't want the berries spilling or get stuff on top and smashing them. But if I'm doing the farm market, then of course I use the quart containers. And I always try to recycle these because most people don't want them. You just dump them in a bag and give them to them. So this depends on where you sell them, is how you package them. So I better get these packaged and get them ready for my delivery today. Wanted to show you that we got the Dosetrons hooked up today for the strawberries. I feel confident leaving them out here in the high tunnel that we're not going to have a frost and I won't have to worry about anything freezing. Also got the timer in place, but I need to get a couple 9-volt batteries in order for it to work. So that's one other thing I got to do. And I need to clean out the nutrient tanks. As you can see, the nutrient tanks are really nasty. They're hard to clean. I don't have big holes in order to rinse them out really good and dump everything out of them. I just have these 2 little holes to fill them up and pour the nutrients in. So my idea is to cut a flap and then put a hinge along it so I can open and close it, because you want to keep it closed so you don't get any bugs in there. This way I can take them outside, dump them out, hose them out, and get them all nice and clean. So I went and dug shop. I found some hinges and I found a handle so I can make a little door in the top of my barrel so I can open it up to get it cleaned out. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the drill, got it marked out here where I want the door to be, and I'm going to drill a hole so I can get the saber saw's blade down in there. So let me get that drilled first. Oops. Got the saber saw. You guys seen me do this before with the deep barrel hydroponics. So I am going to put it in the water. Lesson learned, I should have emptied out the nutrient barrels last year when I winterized the Dosetron system and took everything down, because the water's been sitting there this whole time and it's kind of nasty. So I need to empty it out. Best way I found to empty these barrels out is to use our sump pump that has a hose connection, because I can't move them being full like this with the two-wheeler. It's just way too heavy and I want to get them outside so I can hose them off. So I'm going to drop down the sump pump that's already got the hose attached to it. Drop it down nice and gently. Keep my little strap off to the side so I don't lose it. And let's get it plugged in. And it's on. And it's working, and the water's going down, so I should be able to move all three of these tanks out shortly. The sump pump worked wonderful. Able to empty out each one of the barrels, got them outside, started rinsing them out, and I got a couple more rinses to do, and then I'm going to put the lid on them. Wow, that looks so much better, and this opening makes it so much easier. I was able to get the hinge on the first barrel. Look how nice that is. And I don't think I have to put the handle on it. I'm able to just grab it, open it, and close it. So I'm not going to put it back until I get this area cleaned up behind the Dosetrons. You can see I had a weed growing last year that died, so I want to get the polycarbonate all washed up and get everything buttoned back up, because I see my ground covers kind of come loose over there, and just kind of get it all back nice and clean and ready to go for the summer. Now, one more thing I want to show you is my farm market basil. About a month ago, I went to clone it, so I want to show you how it looks over in the greenhouse. So let's go over. So here it is, the basil I cloned. Remember, I took cuttings off my big basil plants in the back because I wanted to have some basil for my farm market, and I knew I wouldn't have enough time to get it from seed, so I went to clone it. And let me pull one of these guys out. And look at that. Look at those roots. Isn't that amazing? So they're just about a month old. What I'm going to do before I put them in the NFT channels is I'm going to snip off the flowers. Oops, got those scissors. This way it'll branch out, and I'll have a nice basil plant so I can keep harvesting off of over and over again, because at the farm market I sell it in 1 ounce bags. I don't harvest the whole plant, so it's going to work out perfect. Now the Thai basil did the same thing. The roots aren't quite as big, but I have those, and I am going to do the same thing. Cut off the flowers, it'll branch out, and I'll have some beautiful basil plants. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in the NFT channels. You see me plant before, you just plop it in and it's ready to go. But I was just so excited to see all these roots on here, so I had to show you guys. See? Cool. Well, I hope you guys liked today's video on my strawberry harvest. One of my favorite things to grow and to do. And like always, please leave me any questions, comments, or suggestions down below, and we'll see you guys next video.